welcome to another episode of Love and Business. And today I have a special guest here with me, Miss Terryn Bridges, and she's going to tell you guys about the fashion business and a little bit about her personal life. And, just the life here in NYC and just the cool things that we do as
This is my first time doing something like this, so I'm excited to do it with you because we've known each other for so long now.
Yes.
Time
has flown by so quick.
It has. I was thinking because we went to like this Verizon event, and I feel like that's where we met, right?
That's exactly where we met. That's exactly where we met. I remember that event
crazy.
Too.
Yeah, they had like so many like giveaways and things, and they had like a lot of food. It was like really fun. Yeah.
The food was good. The vibes, the rooftop.
Yes.
I still have the picture on my Instagram from that event.
Yes. Oh my God, that was so fun. Honestly, yeah.
It really. So, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from the Midwest, Indiana. Yes. Go Hoosiers. You know, we're in the playoffs. I'm in New York, so I can't say that.
Oh my God, not the way these people act.
Oh my God, you gotta keep it quiet. But then my mom's side of the family is from the South, so I spent a lot of time there, and then the West Coast is like my second home. I feel like I really grew up there and like learned more about myself. Like I went to college there and a little bit of high school, so I really like learned more about myself and like grew there on my own. So and now it's been 9 years in New York.
Oh wow.
Which is crazy.
That's
almost 9 in August, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm like, how did I even? It's crazy. Yeah,
time go by so quick.
It does.
But you know what too? This is what I try to tell people. There's a 5-month probationary period in New York. I think like when you first move here, there's a 5-month probationary period.
Yeah,
and it's terrible.
That's true.
It's a 5 months of hell.
It's like an initiation. Like you come in, you're like, life is good, like New York. Like I'm in Central Park. I'm like doing whatever, and then it just like hits you like a ton of bricks, and you're like, oh wait, this is not what I thought it was gonna be, and like it keeps beating you down.
Going just boom, 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 boom. And people who are from here, y'all already know the struggle they didn't. And see, for me, since I grew up in the Northeast, I was always used to this type of lifestyle, like the fast life, the city life, you know. Being in Philly's like definitely like number 2.
And it's not far at all either.
Right, exactly. With the influence and the rap and all of that. And
exactly,
the art. Like, so for me, it was like, even though we grew up in the suburbs mainly, I spent most of my mom didn't want to see the city. When somebody got killed at the park we lived at in Philly, she was like, it's time to move to the suburbs. So for me, it was always me getting away. I always wanted to leave too. So I relate to the moving around a lot. And it was really for you.
And you really learn a lot about yourself, like moving and stuff. Like you have like more of like a sense of like how different places work.
Exactly.
And you don't have like a cookie cutter view of maybe like what's on TV and things like that. Like you really see people for who they are and how they live. And I feel like that's like a great thing to have, just to know, okay, this is how it is versus this is what TV is saying, or this is what. So you heard someone say that maybe went there one time. So it's.
What made you move to New York?
I feel like my answer is so generic because I feel like so many people move to New York to work in fashion. I feel like it's either fashion or finance. Like those are the 2 things. And people move here to act as well, but I feel like those are like the 2 careers that a lot of people move for. So I was in school for fashion, and then I like always knew from a young age that I wanted to work in fashion. Like literally since I was young. Like I remember there was this TV show on style.com. I don't even think it's a channel anymore. It was like the Style channel, and they did like runway shows, and I was so like enamored, and I was like, this is amazing to see. I was like, what is going on? Like it was just beautiful. So I like always like had it in my mind, like, okay, I want to work in fashion in some way. And my aunt would tell my mom like, all the time, she'd be like, oh, she should model. And 100%. So I think fashion was like always like something that I was like, okay, I'm gonna work in fashion, like somehow. I'm gonna be in it.
To get you in there. I know that's right.
Yes, I like whatever I have to do, like I'm gonna do it.
So what part of your job do you love the most?
What part do I love the most? I think honestly, like the people that I work with. I think like now, because I model and do events, on the event side, I meet like so many different types of people, not just people that are in fashion, but people that are acting, or they're in film, or they're
other stuff,
doing so much. And so it's like getting to connect with those people that probably I would have never been able to connect with before, and like hearing their stories. And even if we only meet like on that one event, or we're like working together like long term, I feel like I learned so much from them, and like the passion and the drive they have outside of whatever we're doing. 100%. It's just good to have like that, you know, perspective that someone's like working on something outside of their current role. So yeah, that's like the connections, like the connections that you make with people is like the best part to me.
A big that's what I loved about it too. I took a break though from the whole going out and networking and stuff. I kind of,
it can be a lot sometimes.
It is a lot. It's exhausting. The last event I went to, I told quite a few people about this. I went to an entertainment event last year in November. It was terrible. It was so bad. I couldn't stay. I was like, I can't do this.
What was it about it where you were like, no?
I think it was the people and the vibe, the place they had it at. It was just kind of like questionable. What's it like dating in New York?
That is a loaded question.
Ooh.
Dating in New York, I would say it's kind of like, if I could like describe it, I feel like it's kind of like an estate sale. Like, you know,
That's interesting.
So, you know, there's a lot. Like when you go to an estate sale or whatever, there's a lot of stuff. Like there is a lot. Like it's overhaul. Like this person has had this stuff for what, 20, 30 years, right?
Yeah. 100%.
So so I feel like it's, you know, there's some things in there that you don't really want. It's you know, dusty and broken, and you know, just
unhealed.
Unhealed. Yeah. You're like, oh, I don't really want this. But then sometimes you do find like some gems within everything else.
Right.
So I think here, just because there are so many people, so many options, I feel like it's just a lot, but it's not, it doesn't mean every option is a good option. So that's like kind of the issue. It's like quantity, but no there is quality. I'm not going to say
there's substance in some people, but not
exactly. So there's a lot, but most of the time it's a lot of nothing. So it's kind of like digging through and being like, okay, like where is like this gem? Like where can I find like this good thing or good person or someone that, you know, is not broken.
Or you gotta heal, or you gotta
someone that wants to actually work on themselves and, you know, exactly, and be like, okay, I do want to actually work on this, and you know, being self-aware, because no one is ever going to be 100%, but just being aware that like these are things I need to work on. I'm working on it. Like I'm accepting of that. I mean, I still have things that I need to work on. So it's like I think you can grow with someone, but they also have to be willing to actually grow and learn themselves. So
and heal.
Yeah, and heal. We gotta come healed, or at least try.
Do you think it's harder to date in NYC compared to other places?
Oh, 100%. NYC.
I thought it was easier to date here maybe for me, but I feel like
I guess it depends on what you're looking for. NYC is like the final boss of bad dating. Like you go, I've dated in LA, I've dated in San Diego. I had a long distance relationship with someone that was from the southern part of the country. Like I've dated like a good amount of people
to know.
Yeah, to kind of know. And I feel like here, I think the main thing is that there are so many options. Like you have 5 boroughs. So you could, if you wanted to, you could date someone in Brooklyn, you could be in Manhattan, you could date someone in the Bronx, you can date, and they would never have to even see each other. Like they would never even know one existed. Like you could be,
that is true, you
know, going to the Met one night, you could be at the Brooklyn Museum one night, and they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know.
That's so funny. You know what I found funny about New York too, though? This is the scary part. New York is a big city, but it's a small town in a way. Like I feel like in some parts, like I've ran into people that I've known in other places,
and then you're like,
"What the fuck are you doing
here?
What are you
doing here?" Yeah, it's like it gets scary. Or someone, like a thing I've noticed is like if you connect, say if you're working in an event or something, and you connect with someone on Instagram, and then you look at who they follow, and you're like, "Whoop, you follow him? Well." And then they're like, well, how do you know him? And I'm like, let's not go down that path.
Yeah, they're like, where did you meet him from?
Yeah, and I'm like, let's just us connect. We don't need to talk about who's following who here. We came here to connect. We don't need to talk about anyone's past. That's happened to me where someone's like, oh, well, how do you know so-and-so? And I'm like, let's not talk about that. We don't need to talk about that.
Whoa, you're asking me about how I know this person. Don't worry about it.
I'm like, don't worry about it. But yeah, I feel like all the options, and then I feel like work is a very easy excuse, and I feel like work is like on a pedestal here. So someone could be like, I have a lot of work going on, things like that. And it's kind of like you accept it because that's what everyone comes here for.
Yeah, to work. And
focus.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's easy to kind of use that as an excuse as to not, like, oh, work is so busy. Off. Yeah, kind of drift off. And it's like you have all these options. So I feel like that's why it, like the work plus the options. Because I know everywhere has options, but in New York, it's just so much going on, so many different people that it's easy to kind of,
I believe in handsome privilege and pretty privilege.
Right.
Do you believe that you receive pretty privilege here too? Like where you're able to get more than an average would, or do you not? Like, how do you feel on that?
Well, I do feel like I didn't really know as much about it until I moved here. I feel like people will say it and I'll be like, well, I guess kind of. Like, I feel like when the club scene was more in, so like pre-COVID. When it was lit and it's like everyone was going out, like especially like in Meatpacking, you can get that like artichoke pizza.
After partying and having a night. People don't realize falling asleep on the train, waking up right before your stop.
That's elite behavior.
Yes.
Only the people that know can do that. Can be like, okay, wake up. Yeah, when I lived in near Bushwick, like I remember one time I was like drifting off. It was like Cal Avenue. I was like, time to get off the train. Right on time. I just jumped up. I don't know how, but my body was like, it's time to go. You don't want to miss your stop. Yeah. But I feel like it does. Especially like working in events and stuff, like you have to submit yourself a lot of the time, and it's like you have to do your picture and everything like that. And I feel like it does depend like a lot on your looks, and I feel like people can be a little bit nicer just in general when you're attractive, which it is a good.
It's a good So you benefit from it pretty much. I was wondering too, because I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I believe I benefit from handsome privilege here too, because it's like people be like, oh, living in New York, even people in Texas would ask me, they're like, oh, being there, like, do you ever feel intimidated about it? I'm like, no. I think being in New York, you kind of just are in your own world anyway, so you're not really thinking about what other people think. You're more so like, this is what I'm here for. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get this done.
You're focused.
Right, you're focused. Yeah. But I'm not going to hold you. Like, I don't think I'm the best looking person. Like, people say, oh, well, this and that. And it's like, well, I mean, I think I'm okay, but I think it's my confidence. I think it's because I know I'm more sure of myself,
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
The confidence and the looks, and it's like being able to like carry yourself in a certain way.
Exactly.
Like that also plays a part in it, because it's like people see it, and I don't know. I feel like I heard that like they think, studies show that people view attractive people as more trustworthy and things like that. So it's like when you're speaking with people, like it's just easier to engage
100%
when you have like a good outlook, which can come from pretty or handsome.
Privilege. Like there's been gigs I've worked where people have given me money just because of me talking to them and making them feel so good. And it's like you gotta see how people act around you. When they see like, what the hell are you doing for people to give you this much money? And I'm like, I don't know, I just be talking to them. They're like, no, you're doing something. What would I possibly be doing? Some people just have the personality and are likable. And
they don't understand. They can't see. Because they are not likable, so they can't see how someone else could possibly get something for being nice. Like they can't understand. They can't fathom. Like, oh, maybe, if I was charming, I think it's charm too.
Yeah, it is.
And like, if you don't have that, like you can't, I was listening to something that's like, you can't like gain charm. Like it's not a skill you can gain. You either like have it or you don't. Yeah. Like it's not something you can be like, okay, let me study on how to like be charming. It's just you have it or you don't have it.
What's your take on social media and its view on relationships?
Oh my gosh. This is something I think about a lot, because I feel like it is so, like, if I were to open my phone right now because I only use Instagram.
Right.
Pretty much. If I was to open it, there would be like 17 dating gurus trying to tell you, this is how you should date, this is what you should do, this is how you should treat a man, this is how you should treat a woman. It's like so much oversaturated information. And I think when you think about social media, it's mainly, okay, if you have something you're selling or you're a creator, you're going to create like buzzworthy content and like content to create attention.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like a lot of them, like what they're saying, like they might just be saying it for, you know, some controversy. They may be saying it to get a click. And then some people are taking that as Bible. They're like, I need to follow this advice exactly. And it's like, no,
it doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't. And it's like, I love like hearing like people's advice. Like but I kind of feel like it's just too much at this point. Like, how do you feel about it? Like, especially because you're like on the this side of things. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. I believe people should stop giving advice on social media.
They should.
Like,
rap with the
just
mic.
Stop. Yeah, just stop. Like, so for me, for instance, since I'm a matchmaker, I deal with people, especially people with money. I deal with them, so I know what they want. I know what they expect. I know the standard that is, you know, required. I know a lot of those things. So when I hear some of the advice, some of it is very true. Like, there's a lady named Cher. Have you heard of her? Cher. She's fierce. So a lot of people, she gets backlash for a lot of things she say, but it's actually very true. Like, a lot of stuff she says as far as like with women and how they should present themselves, she's on the right path with that. And even with a lot of the men, I just think a lot of men nowadays need to step their game up. I try to look at it and say, okay, relationships on social media, to me, if you're showcasing too much, you're not happy. Because most of the time, people who are really happy do not want people in their business. Right. They don't want no social media input. And the best relationships out here are not on social media.
It's true.
They're not. After living in Miami, let me be honest. After living in Miami, a lot of things were exposed to me, even on the relationship side. I've realized a lot of things. That's why when I see these social media influencers and these people, I'm like, I know what y'all do. I know what y'all do off these cameras. I know what y'all do behind closed doors. I've seen y'all in person. I've seen people be paid off. I've seen people hook up in places, you know, that I've been paid myself not to say shit about certain people who were married, hooking up with women they flying in from other cities. I didn't see it all. So for me, when people try to tell me, oh, they're, you know, I done been there, done that. I know.
Right.
You know,
you've not seen just it all, like, transpire.
Exactly. Billionaires. I've seen, you know, people who own some of the companies that y'all literally use music. I'm talking powerful people. I haven't seen them do all kinds of stuff. So it's like, I don't really, when people say all these things and all these requirements and, you know, it's like, is that really something you want to sign up for? Because there's a lot of good men out here who can give you all of that. Just give them time.
Yeah, just give them time, or
just don't give them no time yet. Focus on you.
They get the bricks in order until they build the house, whatever, you know, their own personal, you know, fix themselves up. And I do think it's important for people, like, if you are not ready to date, I can only speak for the men when I say this, but if you are not ready to date, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, don't waste anyone's time. Just say you're looking for something casual. Do not pretend like you're ready. And like, not every woman wants your money, but you need to come with
some type of gratitude, something,
and know how to treat a woman. Like,
thank you, respectfully.
You need to know these things.
I also think too, like, as a man, if you're not able to provide, you need to figure out a way to provide. This means you need to have some type of trade, and this is just me being honest with most men. Find a trade. If you don't know what you want to do, find something you're good at. If you know how to, because we're gonna need a lot of billionaires is gonna start coming up in plumbing and electricians. Like, these are things that y'all need to learn as men to be providers. Like, because everybody, no offense, but some of y'all gonna hate me for this, but the rap careers, it's too many of them.
The SoundCloud men.
It's only a certain amount of people. Listen, I done been around music execs. Very few people get in the industry. You gotta have something that stands out about you naturally. And even if you do, you need to have some type of hustle to where you're able to start a business after your shit take off. Because a lot of times people think their music is just gonna take care of their life, and it doesn't work like that. You have to have the business. Look at Rihanna. She had her music, but she started Fenty. You know, now she's a billionaire. So you have to create business waves and different flows of income, learn, study other industries, technology, aviation. There's a lot of different things, oil, agriculture. Men are needed in a lot of things in this country and globally.
We need men to get to work.
Get to work. That's what we're here for. It says in the Bible, you must work if you want to. So, what is some advice you would give to the younger generation about dating?
Oh, that's good. I feel like the younger generation, I would say first off, maybe kind of like we talked about, like just kind of like tune all of the noise out. I think there's just a lot of noise. There's someone every day with like a new perspective or a new spin on an old perspective and things like that. And I think it's like you said, it's not helping like anyone, honestly.
It's hurting them more.
It's hurting, exactly. And I think also like, if you're dating someone, I think it's really important to like listen to like your inner voice. Yeah. Like I think group chats are great for so many things, but I think if you have too many people involved in your relationship, it is not helpful. I understand if you have like if it's a dangerous situation or something like that, and you're asking for help, that's fine. But if it's just like a day-to-day issue or like an argument, I don't think you should be asking the group chat every day like, well, he or she did this, like how do you feel? Because then that just creates like a weird vibe, and you're just getting all this information from everyone. You can't even hear how you really feel about it.
100%.
So I think just like focusing on the relationship, your own relationship, and not really like seeking all this other like validation and advice. Like just focus on you. I mean, there are times if it's something dangerous or something going on, yes, you should seek help, but just focus on the relationship and like try to like tune other people out. And then I think it is important to just always like have your standards and your boundaries. Like as long as those are in check, then I think you just have to listen to yourself and figure out what you want out of the relationship, or if it's right for you. Because too much advice is not.
It's not good. Our last question, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes.
So you've worked for Burberry. You've worked for where else? Balmain, Paris, and
Burberry, J. Crew. I've done a lot of freelancing, and like one of my internships was at Calvin Klein when it's still going, but yes, that was really exciting. Like seeing like it before when it was, because I think they're kind of getting back into like ready to wear now. Yeah. But seeing them when they did have like ready, because they're like an icon, like one of the only American brands that we have besides Ralph, which I did work there too, but. Seeing like it, it's good. Ralph Lauren, I feel like
their stuff is so comfortable.
They're just so and I feel like I love the Polo brand because he has so many like brands underneath his belt. Polo is like amazing. Like you like the Western, I feel like the Double RL is cool. Like he has like so many brands, but I feel like everyone there, a lot of people there have worked there for so long, so it's really cool to see people that are like, they're going to be there until forever. So that is good to see a brand where people are like, I love this brand. I love the designer. Like, it's like an iconic fashion brand, American fashion brand. Right. So I feel like it's amazing. Just, and he's still like, when I see things now, I'm like, like just seeing him like continue to like go and like, he's always at the show and stuff. So I'm like, this is so amazing to see. I know.
You were at New York Fashion Week when it was the shit.
When it was
all
the
real,
iconic
models and stuff.
Yeah,
the real deal.
And now it's just not.
I hate it now. I feel like so many influencers. They need to remove that culture out the way.
It needs to change too. Yeah, it's so bad. It's really changed like how it. I feel like New York Fashion Week is not really a thing. Yeah. I feel like it is kind of if you want to like network, but I don't feel like
it's not what it used to be.
No, like Milan Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week are really where
like
it's
popping.
At.
Yeah. How was Paris like really Fashion Week? With Balmain, I know you have.
Yeah, so since I did, since I was in the wholesale team, we do like Market Week, which is kind of around the same time. It's like right after the show. But just Paris is just like such like a romantic, beautiful place. I know, and it's like you're just there and you're like, and you just realize, like you'll be like, say where we are now, and then you walk out and you're like, oh shit, I'm in Paris. Like you look around and you're like, oh, I'm not liking, you'll just be in a restaurant thinking like, oh, I'm having fun, and then you walk out and you're just like,
oh, I'm in Paris.
And you're like, oh, wait, yeah, I'm not at home. Like, I'm actually,
Paris.
In Paris, yeah.
Nice.
I like
so
it.
nice.
I want to go back. A lot of people are there for, I guess, the French Open.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing, I'm like, I just want to be, it's just like such like a beautiful, like romantic
environment and stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like so much history there, and like the architecture and everything. So it's beautiful.
There in London.
Oh, in London, yeah. I need to go to London still, because I'm like, I don't know if I like the food, but I'm down to go. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, they speak English, so it's kind of like, cool. You don't have to worry about, like, the language or anything. But in Paris, like, most people do speak
French.
Well, they speak French, but a lot of people speak English. Like, when you're on the flight, they do it in French and in English. So a lot of people are very, I feel like, here I feel like we're the only country that didn't really like we took languages, but we didn't really like focus. After you got out of class, it's like, okay, I forgot everything I learned. Yeah, you're done. You're like, I got my grade, I'm done. But there, it seems like people really focus on
put it into
learning, which is kind of like sucks for us because we didn't really like
go in on
truly learn. Like I took Spanish and French, and I'm like, I'm not fluent. Like, I can't have a conversation with anyone, so, yeah.
All right, so that is it for this episode with Miss Terryn Bridges.
Yes.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you again next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.